Hi, I'm Dr. Japie Poorta. This will be a continuation of the Dr. Japie story. While in the leadership of the Apostolic Faith Mission nationally, I was exposed to ecumenism, which is the relationship with other churches, Christian churches. I became a member of the concerned evangelicals. I also became the chairperson of the relevant Pentecostal witness, in which, after the Kairos document, we critically analyzed the situation and the role South African evangelicals and Pentecostals actually played in confronting the apartheid regime. Sadly to say, we had to start both documents with, first of all, a confession of our inaction to do anything about the injustices that was perpetrated by the apartheid system. Then we analyze the documents on the basis of the Kairos document. We looked at the state theology that was promulgated on the basis of Romans chapter 13, where it was uncritically accepted that everybody has to be subjected to the authorities because they are the servants of God for the good of all of society, and that they carry a sword to punish wrongdoers, and that we are supposed to pay tax to them on the basis not of fear and punishment, but on the basis of our conscience. However, when one critically examines these texts, like was done in the Kairos document, the evangelical witness and the relevant Pentecostal witness, we did exegesis and hermeneutics and discovered that the basis on which the state is a servant of God is within certain parameters. And as long as the church, as long as government or the state moves within that paradigm, the state can rely on the obedience of all its subjects, because the state had to act in the good interest of all its citizens and not only in the best interest of a particular section of society. So that was called the state theology. But then from the state theology, we moved to what was called a prophetic theology, a theology that critically analyzes what the role of Romans 13 actually is, and the fact that the church has a prophetic role to speak truth to power, and the church had prophetic actions such as civil disobedience, and the church should be willing to stand up for the truth, to engage the brutal regime about the injustices that they were perpetuating against the poor black majority. So that is where I got involved in ecumenism. I later became the chairperson of the Evangelical Society for South Africans. And also, I became a member of the executive of the South African Council of Churches. While being involved in ecumenism, I was invited to become a member of the Roman Catholic and Pentecostal dialogue worldwide. Later, coming back from that dialogue, I was invited by Pentecostals who were involved in the Roman Catholic dialogue to engage in a dialogue with the World Council of Churches, where at present I am still involved. And I was also involved in the Global Christian Forum, where Christians from all walks of life throughout the whole world, it is the most Christian representative body. And this is where I got involved. And in South Africa, I was involved as secretary and treasurer of the Pentecostal and charismatic movement, whom we closed down because of our involvement in the Evangelical Alliance of South Africa. So ecumenism has been something in which I have, through my involvement in the leadership of the AFM, been engaged in and had to take cognizance of. Then, because of the socio-economic situation and the promulgation of certain laws in the country, I was involved with the Religious Forum of South Africa, where Mr. Nelson Mandela called a forum together consisting of all religions in the country: the Christian, the Hindu, the Muslim, the Jews, the traditional African religious leaders, where all of us sat together and talked about issues of mutual interest so that we could advise government about religion. So that is where I was involved in terms of ecumenism. Thank you. Remember, I have 2 uploads per week. On Monday, Ministry Monday, where I share my heart with pastors. And on Fridays, the Dr. Japie story, where I share excerpts from my life with you. Please follow me on SoundCloud, like my page, and visit my channel so that you won't miss out on anything. Thank you for looking at this video. God bless you. Goodbye.